Right now, the Toyota RAV4 holds the title of best-selling vehicle in America. Not just the best-selling SUV, but the best-selling vehicle, period. Dealers cannot keep them on lots, and everyone from first-time buyers to retirees wants one. That popularity is exactly what makes this next part so strange. 4 other Toyota SUVs are collecting dust on dealer lots across the country right now. And for a senior over 65, every single one of them solves problems the RAV4 does not. Toyota is quietly stacking thousands of dollars in discounts on these vehicles, and almost nobody is paying attention. 4 brand new Toyotas, sitting. And here is what nobody is telling you. Every reason they are sitting is a reason a smart buyer over 65 should be smiling right now. The things scaring younger buyers away, a weird name, a recall that does not apply to your model year, an electric powertrain, a body style nobody recognizes, those are not your problems. The discounts, on the other hand, are very real. I'm going to walk you through all 4, starting with the most affordable and ending with the biggest pile of discount cash Toyota has ever placed on an SUV. I will also tell you exactly who should walk away from each one because real advice goes both ways. Number 4. The 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. This is the cheapest hybrid SUV Toyota sells, and right now it carries a cloud over its head that it does not deserve. Here is what happened. Late in 2025, Toyota announced a recall on certain 2026 Corolla Cross hybrids after discovering that a bolt inside the inverter, which is part of the hybrid system, could come loose during driving. In the worst case, you lose power at highway speed, or the unit could overheat and cause a fire. That word, fire, hit the headlines, and buyers scattered overnight. Dealers suddenly found themselves sitting on Corolla Cross hybrids that nobody would touch. And this is where it gets interesting. That recall covered roughly 3,761 Corolla Cross hybrids, all from the 2026 model year, all built during a specific production window at one supplier called Denso Manufacturing, Tennessee. If you are looking at a leftover 2025 model still sitting on a dealer lot, it was never part of that recall, not a single unit. You are looking at a vehicle being punished for a headline it had nothing to do with. The hybrid version starts around $30,445, and you can expect roughly 42 miles per gallon combined with standard all-wheel drive on every trim. On a fixed income, that fuel economy puts real money back in your pocket every month. Hundreds of dollars a year compared to the RAV4. Now here is what matters if your knees or your hips have opinions. The seat height on the Corolla Cross lands right around hip level. You do not climb up into it, and you do not drop down into it. You slide in sideways, the way you sit down in a kitchen chair. That one detail changes everything about daily driving when your joints are not what they used to be, and visibility out of this vehicle runs clear in every direction with no blind spots hiding behind thick pillars. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety awarded it a top safety pick. Standard automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert all come loaded on every trim through Toyota Safety Sense. On top of that, this SUV is small enough that parking at the grocery store or the doctor's office stops being a stressful event. Who should skip it? If you log a lot of highway miles, this is the loudest of my 4 picks at cruising speed, and the back seat runs tight. If you regularly carry passengers in the rear, keep watching because number 3 delivers more room. Here is where I need your help though. If you drive a Corolla Cross hybrid right now, drop your real-world gas mileage number in the comments. Not the number on the manufacturer sticker, but what you actually see on your dashboard. The folks shopping right now need honest answers from honest owners, and somebody reading those comments will thank you for it. Number 3. The 2026 Toyota Crown Signia. Most of you have never heard that name before today, and I am genuinely curious how many of you knew this vehicle existed, because that is the entire problem. Toyota built something wonderful and then barely told a soul about it. The Crown Signia replaced the Venza starting with the 2025 model year. It runs a hybrid powertrain, all-wheel drive comes standard, and the 2026 XLE trim starts around $44,390. What matters most for anyone who dreads the act of getting in and out of their vehicle is this. The Crown Signia sits about 4 inches lower than a Highlander. It is not a tall SUV you climb up into, and it is not a low sedan you drop down into. The seat lands right at that sweet spot, basically hip height, so you just sit. and once you are inside, it does not feel like a Toyota at all. Heated and cooled leather seats up front come standard on the XLE, along with heated seats in the back row, a big 12.3-inch touchscreen, and a digital rear-view mirror that shows you everything behind the vehicle, even when the trunk is packed to the roof. A hands-free power liftgate lets you wave your foot under the rear bumper, and it opens on its own. No bending, no reaching, and no fumbling with keys in the rain. On safety, the Insurance Institute handed it good ratings, the highest possible, on every crash test they conducted. The federal government awarded it 5 stars for both front and side impacts. Standard adaptive cruise control, automatic braking, blind spot monitoring, and lane keeping assist all come included regardless of trim. And the Crown Signia pulls all of this off while returning about 38 miles per gallon combined, which translates to well over 500 miles between fill-ups on a 15-gallon tank. Now, straight talk. Toyota does not build huge numbers of these, but any 2025 model still sitting on a dealer lot has been there close to a year, and that is leverage. Owners on the Crown forums report knocking a couple $1,000s off without much of a fight. One owner called it, and I am quoting directly, a Lexus wearing a Toyota badge, for thousands less than the actual Lexus across the street. Who should skip it? If you need tall cargo space for large items like walkers or oversized luggage, the Crown Signia rides lower than a traditional SUV, and the cargo floor is shaped differently. And if $44,000 or more is not in the budget, that is exactly what number 4 is for. If your priority is getting in and out easily, driving something quiet and comfortable, and paying Toyota money for what feels like Lexus quality, the Crown Signia is the best-kept secret in Toyota's entire lineup. For those of you who have test-driven a Crown Signia, drop what surprised you most in the comments. The people reading this section are exactly who this vehicle was designed for, even if Toyota forgot to tell them it existed. Quick honorable mention before number 2, the 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid. Consumer Reports called its third row legitimately adult-friendly, which almost never happens in this class. Over on Kelley Blue Book, 90% of owners recommend it. The standard hybrid powertrain delivers about 36 miles per gallon combined. The front seats fit a wide range of body types comfortably, headroom runs generous, and the elevated driving position gives you real confidence on the road. It did not make my main list because it starts around $44,000 and it is not exactly sitting unloved on lots. If you need to haul grandkids, golf clubs, and a folding wheelchair in the same trip, it is worth a serious look. Now, on to number 2. Number 2, the 2026 Toyota Highlander Hybrid. Here is something most people do not know yet. The 2027 Toyota Highlander is going fully electric, which means the current gas and hybrid generation, the one sitting on dealer lots right now, is in its final year. And Toyota knows it. Cashback incentives are already rolling out on 2024, 2025, and 2026 Highlanders and Highlander hybrids, including dealer cash and loyalty discounts. These are the kind of deals Toyota almost never attaches to a vehicle this well known. Sales on the regular Highlander already dipped because buyers walked next door to the larger Grand Highlander. And with the full electric transition looming, dealers have even more reason to move these units off the lot. What makes this perfect for a senior over 65 is simple. The Highlander Hybrid delivers the quietest, smoothest ride of any vehicle in this entire video. Consumer Reports praised its comfortable ride, user-friendly controls, and excellent fuel economy. Kelley Blue Book data shows 85% of owners recommend it. Combined fuel economy comes in around 35 miles per gallon, which for a 3-row mid-size SUV is remarkable and translates to a cruising range close to 600 miles on a single tank. You could drive from New York to Charlotte on one fill-up. The front seats hold up well on long drives. Visibility runs clear in all directions. The controls are straightforward, with real knobs for volume and climate, not fiddly touchscreen menus you have to squint at while driving. Toyota Safety Sense comes standard across every trim, and that includes adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot warning, and rear cross traffic alert. All-wheel drive now comes standard on every Highlander hybrid. And if you never use that third row, folding it flat opens up a massive cargo area for groceries, golf bags, or a weekend trip. Who should skip it? The Highlander Hybrid XLE starts around $47,470 and climbs from there. And that is real money. If that number makes you blink, scroll back to the Corolla Cross Hybrid at around $30,000. The third row seats also run cramped for adults, so if you regularly carry more than 4 passengers, the Grand Highlander is the better call. But here is the part nobody is talking about. Once this generation ends and the electric model arrives, these hybrid Highlanders become the last of their kind. A proven, reliable, fuel-efficient 3-row Toyota SUV running a traditional hybrid powertrain. People will be hunting for clean examples of these in 5 years. Buying one now while the deals exist means you are driving a future classic. If you own a Highlander hybrid, do everyone here a favor. Drop how many miles are on yours and what has gone wrong, if anything, in the comments below. Toyota reliability is the whole reason most of us are watching this video, and real ownership numbers beat brochure promises every time. Number 1. The 2025 Toyota bZ4X. Yes, the electric one. Stay with me, because the math on this vehicle is almost unfair. Toyota could not move these off lots. The name alone is a problem, because bZ4X sounds like a Wi-Fi password, not a car. Charging speed on road trips falls behind Tesla, and when the federal electric vehicle tax credit ended in late 2025, EV sales across every brand dropped off a cliff. And that is when Toyota started throwing money at it. First came the price cut. The 2025 bZ4X carries a starting manufacturer's suggested retail price, or MSRP, of around $38,520 before any incentives. Then came the lease deals. In some states, Toyota dropped the monthly lease payment to $179, which landed cheaper than leasing a Corolla. In certain regions, Toyota was stacking over $12,000 in lease cash on top of 0% financing for up to 6 years on a purchase. Market analysts tracking leftover 2025 inventory expect real-world discounts between $8,000 and $12,000 off sticker. What that means is a brand new Toyota SUV landing in the low 30,000s, and in some cases dipping into the high 20,000s. And here is what earned it the #1 spot on this list. The 2025 bZ4X collected the Insurance Institute's Top Safety Pick Plus award, the highest safety rating the organization gives. It pulled good ratings across every single crash test. Every one. No other vehicle in this video matched that result. Now, the catch, and I promised honest, so here it is. This is a battery electric vehicle. Range tops out at about 252 miles on a full charge, and if you are doing a road trip, charging speed runs slower than competitors like Tesla. If you drive cross-country regularly, or if you live in an apartment or condo with no way to plug in at home, walk away. This is not your vehicle, and I will not pretend otherwise. But think about how most retired people actually drive. Church, groceries, the doctor, the grandkids, maybe a friend's house for cards on Thursday. That adds up to maybe 20 or 30 miles a day. You plug this vehicle in at night in your garage the same way you charge your phone, and every single morning it is full. No gas stations, ever. No oil changes, ever. Barely any brake wear because the electric motor handles most of the slowing down for you. The cabin runs silent, the ride rolls smooth, and the monthly operating cost comes in lower than anything else Toyota sells. One more honest warning. The bZ4X loses value fast on the resale market, and that is exactly why it is so cheap to buy right now. What that means is this is a keep it for 10 years vehicle, not a traded in 3 years vehicle. If you are 67 and you plan to drive it until you are 77, the depreciation does not matter because you already collected your discount up front. For 2026, Toyota renamed it the BZ and added more range at up to about 286 miles, along with quicker charging and a refreshed interior. On top of that, they are offering $5,000 in customer cash plus a $7,000 lease bonus on the new models. Whether you grab a leftover 2025 or a fresh 2026, the deals are historic. If you already drive electric, do everyone here a favor. Drop your real monthly charging cost compared to what you used to pay for gas in the comments. People are nervous about the unknown, and one honest answer from a real owner carries more weight than 10 videos like mine. That is the list. 4 Toyotas that everyone else is walking past, and 4 reasons a smart senior should be smiling about it. If you think the Crown Signia belongs at #1, or if you think I have lost my mind for putting an electric Toyota at the top, tell me why in the comments. You might change my mind, and it has happened before. Before you leave, 2 tools that will save you money on any of these. First, the sentence. When you find one of these sitting on a lot, look the salesperson in the eye and say, "I know this one has been sitting here, so what is it going to take to move it today?" That one sentence tells them you did your homework, and homework is leverage. Second, the free check. Before you sign a single piece of paper, grab the 17-character vehicle identification number off the windshield, go to nhtsa.gov and type it in. It takes 30 seconds, it is completely free, and it shows you whether every recall on that exact vehicle has been fixed. Dealers handle the repairs at no charge. You just want proof it is done. That step matters especially on the Corolla Cross Hybrid, where you want to confirm you are looking at a 2025 build and not a 2026 caught in the recall window. Here is the truth about buying a car in 2026. Dealers count on people walking in without information, and the people who watch channels like this one walk in with it. That gap is the difference between paying full sticker and driving away with thousands still in your pocket. The comment section on this channel is becoming more useful than half the car websites out there, because it is real owners talking to real shoppers with no sponsors and no agendas. Hit subscribe, ring the bell so you catch the next one, and send this video to one friend who is SUV shopping right now. You might save them $10,000 with a single click. Drive safe, and I will see you in the next one.